Hi everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Julie Montague, the American Viscountess, and today is day 5 of our homemade Christmas. And we have a real treat for you as well, because the past 4 days, of course, we've been here at the kitchen here at Mapperton House, which is where my husband, my family, and I live, the nation's finest manor house. And we've been really working in here and focusing on the kitchen, but when we finish our last day of a homemade English Christmas, we are going to be heading into the hall, which is early 17th century, and we will be leaving mince pies for Santa, Father Christmas, and all of his reindeer. So we're going to be leaving mince pies by the 17th century fireplace, which is right now really looking fantastic, especially it's so wintry and the smell is amazing. So we'll be heading in there. So please stay tuned for the entirety of this video. We are going to be making mince pies. Do comment down below if you have made mince pies before. This is quintessentially British right here. I never had a mince pie ever in America until I moved over here. And then basically the lead up to Christmas, and even after Christmas, you just have mince pies all of the time. I've learned to like mince pies. So for me, they were an acquired taste, but because I've been here for so long, I have learned to like them. And of course, I have children, 4 of them, and they like mince pies as well. So I need to make it for them and all of the family members as well. So we've, with mince pies, it is not mince meat. In fact, that is what I used to think when mince pies were served. I actually thought that there was, like beef in them. No, it's basically fruit. So it's peeled orange. We've got sultanas in here. I have pre-made my mince. So my mince is here. I am gonna add a little bit more of the orange zest into it as soon as I start to fill it into the muffin tin. But we've put down the recipe down below for the mince meat, if you like, for the mince pie. So that recipe is down below. And I've already created my pastry here. Pastry is very, very simple. So again, the recipe is down below. 125 grams of really cold butter, and you want to cube that. You're then going to add that with your icing sugar. So icing sugar is about 50 grams of that. Leave a little bit off to the side if you want to use it for dusting, or you can use caster sugar for dusting. You'll combine that together, it'll make breadcrumbs, and then once it starts to make breadcrumbs, you can add in half of the orange zest as well. You can also add in a half a teaspoon of vanilla into that, and 1 egg. Spin that all together in your food processor, and then you're gonna start to sift in 250 grams of plain flour. So you'll sift in 250 grams of plain flour. You'll make it into a flat ball, cover it with some cling wrap, stick it in the fridge for 30 minutes, and then it's ready to come out, and you're gonna use your rolling pin to, of course, roll it and make sure that it's about, I'm gonna use the size of the width of a pound coin. So you can see here, and in fact, I'm gonna just flip this over and dust a little bit of the flour onto here as well. So just so it's not going to stick, dust it on. My hands are nice and washed. So that's it. So we are ready to now make the mince pie. So you need about an 8 centimeter cutter. And from here, I'm just gonna start to cut into this and cut into that. I'll get quite close, of course, in here. And I also have a star cutter as well, and that's actually what I'm going to top the mince pies with. So from here, I'm just going to gently put them into the muffin tin. You also do need a beaten egg, so just 1 beaten egg. So 1 beaten egg, and that is really what's going to seal the star on top of the mince pie. So all the mince, we're just gonna do that and roughly stick it in there. Great. So from here, I'm just going to start to scoop in the mince pie. Before I do, I'm just gonna add, again, a little bit of my orange zest here. I'm also going to add just a tiny bit, and I mean a tiny bit. I like vanilla, so I'm going to add just a tiny bit of vanilla on top there. And give it a good little one more stir, mixing it all in. And again, the recipe for minced meat is down below in the description. I do like vanilla and I do like a lot of orange, so it's up to you how much you want to put in, but I think it's quite nice having that orange zest. Right, so from here, again, I'm just going to start to scoop into each of these. I'm making 12 here, so it's about a tablespoon. So we've made about, you want to be making about 300 grams of the mince. Mince pies, nearly ready. So these mince pies are nearly ready. Now all that is needed is to top them with your star. Or you can literally use Christmas trees if you have Christmas trees. I'm just gonna flatten that on there. Might need to re-roll this in a second. Here we go. How perfect is that? I didn't have to re-roll my pastry, which I'm quite pleased about. There we go. So, again, I will use this and make another batch after these ones come out. So I'm just gonna roll this up, put that to one side, and now, in one sense, I've just beaten my egg, and I'm just going to really sort of, if you like, just put this all around each of these, even getting really the edges here. So getting the edges, you're just sort of painting the egg on. Right, so all done. These are not perfect. They don't need to look perfect, right? I'm not, but they need to taste like the real mince pie, which they will, but they're homemade. You know, I always think nothing needs to look perfect. Perfect is boring. I like it when they look homemade. And that is what these look like. So I'm just gonna pop that sultana in there. So I'm gonna stick them in the aga. So I'm gonna put them into, again, and it doesn't take very long. It is about 10 minutes. So really, really watch this. 10 minutes in your aga or at about 180 degrees Celsius, and that's in Fahrenheit down below. So see you in 10 minutes. And 10 minutes are up. So 10 minutes, and they, yes, are looking absolutely fantastic, like perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And here they are, looking perfect and, of course, homemade. Love it. So I'm just gonna let the mince pies cool for a second, but in the meantime, I'm getting Santa and his 8 reindeer a plate ready for them when they come down the chimney. So I've got a little bit of holly. I have the mulled cider that we made this week, and I'm going to write, "Dear Father Christmas." Because I'm in England, I shall revert to Father Christmas rather than Santa. Hope you enjoy these homemade mince pies and our mulled cider. And I'll do Happy Christmas. Love from the Montagues. There we go. So, ready to go. I'm gonna stack these on top. And I'm actually going to give them all to Father Christmas and his 8 reindeer, because I know what will happen. What will happen is children, family members will come down in the middle of the night and eat them themselves. So we'll leave an extra for those who will be coming down and will be having a couple or two.